Life is not always fair. There are moments when it feels like everything is falling apart, strained relationships, career obstacles, or the weight of life feels unbearable. In these tough times, it's easy to feel lost and hopeless. But thousands of years ago, the ancient Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, left us timeless guidance. They taught us that while we can't control everything, how we respond is our true power. So, if you're facing a difficult moment in life right now, these 6 Stoic lessons will light up the darkest corners of your journey. These points aren't just philosophy, they are real truths that can help you not break down but grow stronger. Watch the entire video, because each lesson has the power to transform your life deeply. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. Now, let's begin this journey to awaken the strength within you. Number 1. Pain is temporary, but character is eternal. Are you going through a time when everything feels like it's falling apart? When the world feels dark, your heart feels heavy, and it seems like the pain will never end? This is the moment to pause. Close your eyes for a second. Look inward. The Stoic philosophers believed that we are not shaped by our problems, but by how we respond to them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What happens had to happen." What does that mean? It means everything in life has a reason. We may not understand it right away, but eventually we realize, this pain is building us into someone stronger. People often say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But the Stoics go further. Pain doesn't just make you strong, it makes you deep. It reveals who you really are inside. This pain isn't a punishment. It's a mirror. It reflects your inner strength and asks you, how are you responding? Are you breaking down? Or slowly being built into something unshakable? That's life. Pain will come. Struggles will find you. But the pain won't last forever. It will pass. What remains is how you carried yourself through it. That's your character. So ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming in this dark time? Am I becoming more patient? More grounded? More understanding? Your answer to that question will shape your future. If you can endure this pain, stay calm, and keep moving forward, this very moment could become the most powerful chapter of your life. Are you ready to become the strongest version of yourself? Number 2. The power to control your mind is in your hands. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything around you feels out of control? You lost your job, a relationship ended, your dreams fell apart, and it feels like you're completely broken? In that very moment, remind yourself of this. You may not be able to control the outside world, but you can control your mind. And that control, that power, is your greatest weapon. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "People are not disturbed by events, but by their perception of those events." What does that mean? It means you can't always choose what life throws at you. But how you interpret and respond to those challenges, that is entirely up to you. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe someone walked away whom you thought would stay forever. Maybe your own body feels like it's working against you. But if you lose control over your thoughts, you don't just lose a situation, you lose yourself. In a competitive society like America, people are often measured by external success. How much money they make, what job title they hold, how many cars or followers they have. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. True power lies not in what you own, but in what you control, especially your own mind. When you lose your temper, you're not hurting someone else, you're hurting your own peace. When you drown in sadness, it's not someone else's fault, you're giving away your own strength. But if you learn to master your mind, if you learn how to calm your emotions and hold your ground, then you can find stillness even in the middle of chaos. That kind of power can't be bought. It doesn't come with a degree or a job title. It comes from practice. From self-respect. From inner courage. So ask yourself right now. Are you controlling your mind, or is your mind controlling you? Are you a slave to your emotions, or are you consciously choosing peace, stillness, and strength? Because even in the most turbulent moment of your life, if you can pause, breathe, and say, "I'm okay," you've already won a major battle. Number 3. You are not alone. Have you ever found yourself lying awake in the middle of the night thinking, "Am I the only one drowning in this pain?" It feels like everyone around you is happy, successful, smiling, and somehow, you're the only one who's falling apart inside. That feeling is your biggest enemy. And this is where Stoic philosophy offers one of its most comforting, liberating truths: you are not alone. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, wrote in his personal journal, "What's happening has happened before, and it will happen again." What he meant was simple: this pain you're feeling, this sorrow, this struggle, it's not an exception. It's the rule of human existence. What you're feeling right now, ***, a broken heart, shattered dreams, deep loneliness, ***, millions of others have felt it across centuries. You might be standing in the ruins of your hopes. But do you realize? These broken pieces are what will rebuild you. Right now, somewhere else in the world, someone is grieving. Someone just lost a parent, a partner, a lifelong dream. You haven't just felt pain, you've now been introduced to a powerful awareness. That this pain is not yours alone. This pain is ours. And that realization, that connection, is where compassion is born. You begin to see the tears in others' eyes. You notice that someone sitting quietly isn't peaceful, they're hiding behind a smile. You become more than just a person, you become a feeling, a soul, a strength. You know who is weak. Someone who says, "I'm the only one, no one understands me." And you know who is strong. Someone who realizes, "I'm not alone. And through this pain, I can stand beside others too." This understanding, this shared struggle, is what frees you. You begin to realize, you're not broken, you're being rebuilt. Your pain doesn't define you. Your response, your awareness, that's what shapes who you are. So right now, speak to yourself with a new voice. One that says, "I am not alone. There are others like me. And together, we will overcome." Number 4. Adversity is your greatest teacher. Have you ever felt like life just keeps hitting you, one blow after another? You lost your job, someone you trusted walked away, or something completely out of your control just shattered your world. In those moments, the first question that comes to mind is, why is this happening to me? But if you truly want to grow, if you want to rise, you need to change the question. Ask yourself instead, what is this trying to teach me? The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, just as labor does the body." That means, when life knocks you down, it's not trying to break you, it's trying to build you. And you see this in every powerful story in American culture. In movies, in biographies, in sports, the hero falls. They fail. They hit rock bottom. But they don't stay there. They rise, learn, and fight back. That's not fiction. That's Stoicism in action. Every struggle, every hardship, it's a classroom. And the pain, that's your teacher. The truth is, the most important lessons in your life didn't come during the easy times. They came when everything fell apart. When you were rejected. When you were heartbroken. When you were lost. That's when you learned who to trust, and who not to. That's when you discovered what you're really made of. So the next time life throws you into the fire, tell yourself, "I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow from this. And I will rise again." Because strength isn't found in people who never fall. Real strength is found in those who fall again and again, and every time, they rise back up. Smarter, tougher, and more unbreakable than before. Number 5. Focus only on what you can control. There are times in life when it feels like everything is falling apart. You try your best, but results don't show. You want to do good, but the situation keeps dragging you down. This is when you must remember one of the core teachings of Stoic philosophy. Control only what's within your power. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." Peace comes from knowing the difference. You can't change the weather. You can't stop a recession. You can't control someone else's opinion or behavior. But you can decide how you'll respond today. How much effort and discipline you'll show. What kind of person you'll be, even in the middle of chaos. Let's say you didn't perform well in an exam. If you just blame the teacher, or bad luck, you're giving your power away. But if you say, "I'll prepare better next time," then you're claiming full ownership of your future. That is Stoic strength. We often waste our energy thinking, "If only that hadn't happened. Why is this happening to me?" But those thoughts can't change the past. They only rob you of the present. So ask yourself daily, am I doing what I can do today? There's a powerful line in the Serenity Prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's Stoicism in action. Real strength is not about controlling everything. It's about knowing what to control, and letting go of the rest. You are powerful the moment you stop blaming others, and start taking full responsibility for your actions and your mindset. So, do your work, with honesty, with patience, with courage. And let life handle the rest. Number 6. Your character shapes your destiny. When everything else falls apart, your reputation, your wealth, your fame, there is one thing that remains, your character. It's the only possession no one can lend you, and no one can take from you, unless you willingly give it up. The Stoic philosophers always said, the goal of life is not comfort or pleasure, but virtue, principle, and character. You may suffer, you may lose everything. But if you can stay honest, if you can stay courageous, if you can stand for what's right, then you're never truly broken. Your inner self remains unshaken. Think about it, who do we admire? We admire people who stand tall in the storm. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., he knew the risks, but he didn't back down. Or Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, when everyone else turned a blind eye to justice, he stood firm on principle. That is the heart of Stoic philosophy. To stand for truth, even when it hurts. To uphold justice, even when the world walks away. Your surroundings may collapse. But how you respond, that decision defines who you are. Your character builds your destiny. Not luck, not chance. So ask yourself now. Who am I becoming in the face of adversity? Am I angry? Blaming others? Running in fear? Or am I becoming more composed? More patient? Unshakable in my values? The Stoics believe that in every moment, we are shaping our character, either making it stronger, or letting it weaken. Your character is your truest identity. If that's intact, then even in loss, you win. Remember, when the world around you is changing, you can still choose to be a person of integrity, to follow your principles, to awaken your inner strength. That is the power that outlasts time. That is your true victory. Conclusion. Life will test you again and again. But every test is an opportunity, a chance to rise, to grow deeper within yourself, and to become a truer, stronger person. Stoicism doesn't teach you to suppress your emotions, but to understand and master them. It teaches you to give purpose to your pain and to see life's chaos with clear eyes. So when life hits you hard, pause. Take a deep breath. And remember these 6 Stoic truths. You are far stronger than you think. Because life isn't easy, but you have chosen to live it with wisdom, courage, and integrity. That is your true strength.